HG roasts Justin Trudeau. Yes, you can hear the crackling flames of the fire pit. The burners have been readied and tested. Flames soar, orange and yellow, dancing and weaving. And, of course, the preliminary winces and screams of pain of our next roastee. It was necessary, of course, to put this matter to the vote, to have valuable viewers of my work to make a determination as to who ought to be roasted by the Ultra. I put forward the opportunity for you to advance your suggestions, and of those suggestions there were 4 front runners. Katie Car Crash Price, the British personality who is very much on a race to the bottom. Jordan Peterson, who came with his defenders also, proclaiming surely not a roasting of Jordan, but just as equally vocal were those who wanted him to be put to the roast as a consequence of his crybaby antics and cult-like shenanigans. But Price trailed in 4th with just 12% of the vote, and Peterson with 18%. Finishing second, of course, is the Queen of Pop, who has quite literally reinvented herself in recent years, appearing to think that she quaffs at the fountain of eternal youth, altering her appearance and sailing in with 25% of the vote. And were we to roast her, then one imagines that she would have melted fairly quickly, dissipating into a messy goo of plastic. But no, those 3 suggestions that you put forward did not find favour, ultimately, with the majority of those who voted. And there was a clear winner. Exceeding second place by 20 percentage points is, of course, the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. 6,800 people voted in all, and he received 45% of the vote. So ultimately, there were more people who didn't want him roasted than did, but that's not how it works. It's first past the post, he sailed past that post, and therefore Trudeau is the one that must be roasted. And oh, what material exists. It's clear from the comments that the vociferous observations of the Canadians, and some others from other nations also, but primarily, as one would understand, the Canadians are up in arms about his behaviours and want to see him on the receiving end of a good, solid roasting. And therefore, I, the Ultra, shall descend into the dungeons at Tudor Towers and walk along those dark, shadowy corridors until I find the cell that holds Justin. He will not be the clean-shaven Justin, but rather bearded Justin, who has made an appearance occasionally. And those fuzzy whiskers are going to be burnt away by the all-conquering, unremitting heat of the roast. The flames will come forth as I dole out the long, overdue roasting of Justin Trudeau, detailing his behaviours that necessitate exposure, ridicule, and mockery, and thus announcing the outcome of the poll, which is now closed. You can look forward to very shortly hearing my roasting of Justin Trudeau. Pin back your ears. You might want to put something that smells a little different underneath your nose to cope with the stench of the burning flesh, because Justin, the Ultra, is coming for you, and it is very much the case, oh maple syrup boy, that you are going to be roasted.